Wait till he get a belt.
Yeah.
He ain't did nothing in the welterweight today.
You
When
have
he get
did
a belt,
nothing.
when he
You
get a
have
belt,
did
you want to
You
go
have
over
did
there. Keith Thurman want to go over there, and now y'all want to say, "Oh, I ain't fought nobody," but I got a belt now, so why?
Okay. Sean Porter got a belt too.
So now
Sean Porter got a belt too. Sean Porter. So why am I go to easy road and you not Sean Porter out? So why am I go to easy road and you not Sean Porter out?
So why am I go to easy road and you not Sean Porter out? So why am I go to easy road and you not Sean Porter out?
Who mans is this? Get him the fuck out of here.
So what I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before I get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel. You know what I mean? Alright, y'all. So y'all see what the title of the video is, man. The current date is June 12th, 2022, right? Errol Spence announced that he wanted to fight Bud Crawford on April 16th, 2022. It has almost been 2 months since Errol Spence, quote unquote, called out Terence Bud Crawford, but yet we still got no news, no information, no nothing in regards to a fight when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. And I'm just trying to figure out why. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out how. Because according to a lot of you Errol Spence fans and a lot of you fanboys out there, a lot of you dudes say, you know, Errol Spence is, he needed to clean up his side of the street, right? He had to do everything he had to do on his side of the street, and Terence Crawford would be next, right? That's what a lot of you dudes say, right? But my thing is if Errol Spence is so sure, if he's so solid in his foundation to fight Terence Bud Crawford, what the hell is taking the fight so long to get made? Does it really take 2 months in order to sign a contract, in order to make a fight happen between two guys that, according to a lot of you niggas right now, both want to fight? You know what I mean? You know? I mean, because if I know I want to fight you and you know you want to fight me, it's just a matter of figuring out the particulars of the fight, right? It's just a matter of figuring out where the fight's going to be, what we're going to do with marketing, you know, those sort of little details that we just need to agree on. Does that process really take 2 months? Does that process really take 60 days in order to achieve? Because we knew from April 16th, 2022 that Errol Spence wanted to fight Terence Crawford, and we've known for the last 4 and 5 years that Terence Bud Crawford has been wanting to fight Errol Spence Jr. So my question is, does it really take 2 months in order to get a fight done between two guys that know they want to fight each other, or are we witnessing cap season? Because we not going to sugarcoat shit. That's not what we do on this channel. We don't sugarcoat shit. I mean, we've been witnessing Errol Spence for the last 4 and 5 years give different reasons, different excuses as to why he can't get in the ring with a Terence Bud Crawford. I mean, do we need to go over it? Fuck it, let's go over it. We knew Errol Spence told Terence Crawford to get a belt first. We knew he said he was on the other side of the street. We knew he said he needed to take a 60-40, 70-30, and then 80-20 split. Okay? We knew he said he wanted to collect all his belts on his side of the street in order for the fight to happen. And now here we are, all the belts collected, side of the street eliminated. You know what I mean? All these little hurdles being Terence Crawford got a belt, all these little hurdles taken out of the way, and now the fight can happen. But for some reason, everything and everybody goes dead. You know what I mean? No announcement, no fight day. Now, I'm not saying all this to say that I don't believe the fight is going to happen, because at this point, I'm still optimistic. I still believe the fight is going to happen. I still believe we're going to see Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, whether it be October, November, December, whatever. I think we're going to see it this year, right? You know what I mean? I'm merely highlighting, though, all the cappery that's been going on these boxing streets. Because if you type in Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, all you're gonna see is a bunch of fake news, fake article, cap ass articles and videos in regards to this fight, and the details and the particulars of it actually happening. You know what I mean? A 55-45 split, and the fight being in October, and the fight being in November, and to make matters even worse, the worst of all, right? The fact that Terence Bud Crawford need to quote unquote sign the contract from an Errol Spence Jr. when we have no proof, we have no evidence of Errol Spence sending Terence Bud Crawford a contract at all. And then you have the pound for pound king making this statement right here. So hold up. Okay. So I get that this is a very cryptic, vague tweet by Terence Bud Crawford, right? In regards to people not knowing what they talking about, right? But even so, isn't it safe to assume that this fight is nowhere near being done just based on this tweet? I mean, if it ain't a done deal, if it ain't in October or November, like what a lot of these reports are coming out as, if people don't know what they talking about according to the pound for pound king, and it's fake news, and Terence Crawford don't have to sign the contract, which is what a lot of you niggas always say, then that means they're probably still heavily involved in the negotiation process, meaning this fight is still pretty far away from actually being done. You know what I mean? So that only leaves dudes like me to believe that there's some fishy shit going on, right? There's some fishy shit going on because, I mean, did it take this long for Errol Spence to make a fight with Mikey Garcia? Or Danny Garcia? Or Dennis Ugas? Or any of these other dudes that Errol Spence made a fight with? When Errol Spence announced that he wanted to fight Danny Garcia, did it take that long for the fight to be announced with Danny Garcia? No, it didn't. And I could be wrong in regards to the timeline, but it didn't feel that long. I can tell you that, point blank period. It didn't feel like it took 60 days for Errol Spence to come to an agreement with a Danny Garcia. So why is it taking so long for Errol Spence to come to an agreement with a Terence Bud Crawford, a guy that is now on your side of the street? Should the fight really be this difficult to make? Should the fight really take this long to make? And then in addition to that, what's all this capping ass shit going on the internet? You know what I mean? So your boy King David's a real one. I'm not finna sit down and pretend like I know the fight is being done or the fight is done as a done deal at 55-45. I ain't gonna pretend to know shit because at the end of the day, I got no information, no facts in order to back up any statement like that. But what I will say and what I will say is, why the fuck don't we know? Why the fuck is it taking so long? You know what I mean? And is it far-fetched to believe that Errol Spence is up to some fishy shit, considering the fact that the nigga put several hurdles in front of the fight prior to this shit getting, you know what I mean? Prior to this shit. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford had to get a belt first. Terence Crawford was on the wrong side of the street. Errol Spence needed to collect his belts on his side of the street. Terence Crawford had to take a 60-40, 70-30, and then 80-20 split in order to get the fight done. I mean, which one is it? You know what I mean? I don't get why Errol Spence fans are so ridiculous when Terence Crawford fans have such suspicion in regards to a fight getting done between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? You know? So many questions, so little answers. You know what I mean? But I think one thing we can all agree for as boxing fans is the fact of the matter is we all want to see the fight done. We all want to see the fight done under the best possible circumstances that there is to be done. The fight needs to be 50-50. The fight needs to be in neutral territory in Las Vegas or wherever it needs to be at. The fight needs to be on an even playing field. And if it's not, I'm going to call bullshit. If it's not, then I don't want to see the fucking fight. If the fight happens 2 years from now, I don't want to see the fight. You know what I mean? I want to see a fair fight between two of the best welterweights in the division, point blank, period. You know what I mean? And if you ain't trying to see that, then you ain't no real motherfucking boxing fan, period. You know what I mean? But let me know what your thoughts is on this shit, man. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button one time for your boy. But until next time, I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace.
Spence and Crawford are fighting. Who wins? Why? You got Crawford?
The reason why I say Crawford because when you think about the guys that they both fought like Porter and stuff, look what he did to Porter, look what he did to Porter.